this Plymouth, and most of them are in really terrible condition. I thought we'd have a look at this one. That's the guy that goes there, but let's see. There's one bad one there, another bad one there, 3 bad ones in a row there, another little one there, and then this ferocious one here. So this molding, because it's for a Fury, it is slightly different at the bottom, so you need the Fury one. I'm going to see if we can save this thing. It is in really bad shape. So let's have a go. It'd be a shame to put it on in this state, I think. Just not. I just don't want that, you know. Hey.
Hey, puppy dog.
There's the first rough pass with the hammer. We have the rough shape back now. It's not great. It's very, very badly damaged. So it's high there, low there, high there, low here, high there, low here, and high here. It's got a kind of a smiley face, high spot there, and it's low around there. So I've unfolded this edge here a bit to get in there, and it's just going to take time. I'll keep at it. So it's coming out a bit, but the biggest problem I have is this gouge is well into the actual steel, and there's a lot of material that's missing. So I'm trying to actually push the inside of the trim out so that I can have enough material in order to file the top off and still have some molding left. It's really quite bad. So anyway, I'm gonna keep hacking at it. Speaking of hacking, what's Jim doing?
Oh, just hacking.
Can't see nothing. I got my glasses on. How's it coming?
Turning into a thing.
Oh wow!
From nothing.
Turning into more of a thing from less of a thing.
Yeah,
That's nice.
So just, need a spigot of sorts.
Oh yeah, right. We got some.
So this appears to be 1 3/4 inch.
Okay.
We'll just,
so we're repurposing the rear seat heat here.
Yeah. In for like a front seat cool.
Yeah. Front face cool.
Complete reverse. We'll
I hope the hose doesn't protest. Yeah.
Yeah. Pull a vacuum on it.
The hose will.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah, have some sort of an outlet there for passenger
Right, that
side.
one will be fairly straight ahead.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting, what do they call, development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange
Oh,
shape.
well,
and then
we
all
do.
the notches.
Oh, and you got to notch
clearances
that for
and
the.
yeah.
This is for the glove box.
Yeah.
We put this in, and we realized we might be able to salvage some glove box space. So we're
Yeah,
going to try and make a custom glove box
2
opening.
4-fingered gloves.
Yeah,
or,
right.
Yeah, one glove or boy,
Because it'll be very cold in there. Yeah, it'll actually be pretty fun. So it'll help preserve the owner's manual, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, we'll quit wasting Jim's time here. You look very nice today. We have to go for supper today, so you have to be a good girl. Well, I am gonna have to call it there, I think. Can we see it? So what I did is I took my smallest punch, basically went down the line of the gouge from the inside and basically relocated the gouge to the inside of the piece, and then gave myself enough metal sticking up to file it off on the outside, and working with pretty fine numbers here, because this is only what stuff's only 30 thou thick, so you don't get a lot of play room. But I think for a beater car, that should polish up. So I'll sand it up here and see how it looks, and we'll polish it when we do the rest of it. And that is where we are. That's in 80 grit now. I don't know what we're focused on here. Anyhow, I'm going to bring that all the way up to 1000 grit, and then we'll have a look at it. Well, I've taken it up to 1000 grit. There's the repair. That's without polishing. We'll polish it up in a bit, but certainly very, very much presentable enough to put on the car. So this one we were just looking at, that one's also quite bad. That's an interesting, I don't know what's happened there. Something very sharp, and it has really kinked it in here. So that'll be a fun one, and the rest of them are much easier. The worst one was the one we just did. Try to start with the worst one, then it just gets easier. Okay, right on. And I've got 9 more, and it's bent at the bottom. There, that took 3 hours. And I still got to fold the lip back. But that was unusable, right? So, I don't know. I didn't have to leave the yard. I mean, I couldn't have driven to Red Deer and bought a nice one at a swap meet in 3 hours. Of course, no. By the time we get the other 25 in here, this was not the idea with this car. I never intended to do any of this to this level. I was just going to chuck it back together like the Fraser and drive it around. But now, you know, it starts to take on a certain life of its own. And I'm not going to do everything to a super high standard, but these pieces are critical. They sit right out front. They divide the two-tone. Yeah, you're going to notice that. I mean, you get away with a little ripple and a little ding here and there, but this thing looks like it's been driven through a barbed wire fence, and it probably has. No, I mean, or the same gate has swung open against it multiple times. Like, that's really bad. That thing is beat. So, this is the next worst one, so I'm going to do this one today, right now. That is almost folded over double on itself in there. Something very sharp has hit that. We're going to have a hard time getting rid of that. I'm not saying. So that's a really bad dent. So let's give it a go. Well, I've got it very roughly pounded out. Still a big high spot on the top. The bottom, the big gouge is mostly out of it. It's not going too bad. There. So that's where we're at so far. There's the worst of the rest of them. Still a little spot in the middle there, but I think that'll sand. And yeah, not too bad. Let's see how it looks when it's finished here. Started on the next one. That's right beside it. And there's one there, here, there. That's actually 2. There. Looks like we have the fender molding more or less as far as I'm going to bother. I haven't buffed it yet. That's just taken up to 1000 grit. So it can go on the buffing wheel when it's ready to go on the car. See if we can get a little drive-by of it here. Yeah, anyway, there's about 10 dents in this thing. So, happy to see that that is now usable. It's not perfect, and if you were really keeping track of the time, you'd probably be better off to buy a new one, but I don't, I don't think there's anything wrong with that for this kind of a car. So we'll rejoin this molding when we're putting it on the car. Meanwhile, I'm going to put a little piece of tape on it so it doesn't get barked up just from laying around. And once it's on, right before it goes on, we'll hit it on the buffing wheel. I just don't have it set up right now. But yeah, really happy with that. Total time, probably close to 8 hours on this one repair, or on this one piece rather. At least 10 dents in it, 2 of which were very bad, 3 of which were bad. The rest of them weren't too bad. Really happy with the worst of it here because of how sneaky I had to get that big gouge out of it, and really quite content it doesn't show, and should be more than presentable for a driver car. Have a look at the whole thing. There we go. Right on. Hey Frankers, what do you think? No? You don't care.
It looked like this.
What do you got today for us? Oh, this is a nice one.
Okay, so what happens? It does something like this.
Wow.
We're missing something here, right? So this is a real datum. That's a real datum, and this is, and then,
Okay.
yeah, right, and then this all curves to.
Well, you got what it matches? Oh, great.
Oh, great.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's the other half.
Oh, that's pieces of it there.
Easy, right?
That's the way I-
Jesus.
Jeez. Something like that.
Somewhere in there.
I don't know. No, like this. Like that, maybe.
I don't know.
Sure,
It's
like
your
that.
van.
Just
Where-
like that.
What? Oh,
So,
all right.
right,
This
just
is
like
the
that.
front of the van.
That's right.
Here's your headlight here. Right? Headlights?
Correct.
Okay. So,
This is the piece we need.
yeah, all right. Well, that's a bullshit piece.
It is a bullshit piece.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Good. You can't buy it.
yeah.
We either.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, this was the other side, which I'm not sure why I brought, but we made that piece already, and it fits very nice.
It's not a mirror image though, is it?
It is not, right? Which was a little bit weird.
This is never gonna work. I need some scissors or some. Did Jim leave
How about
any
some drawing?
prototyping tools here?
Oh, there you go.
I got a knife here. Here, I'm just gonna rip a bunch of this. This seam, it would make sense to me, carries up in a straight line. Does that make sense to you guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah, either way, that's something that can be trimmed, but I
Yeah.
agree with you. It seems like it would.
Well, I'm just like, if I got a choice of this or that,
Right,
I'm gonna
yeah.
do this, right? Or, you know, I'm just. What the fuck over there? You meant it.
Yeah, scared yourself.
She's not scared of anything. Let's just get rid of a bunch of this thing then. And then,
Can you go anywhere else in the world and say,
Do that.
yeah, do you mind, how long do I gotta wait for?
yeah, I need this. Can you just whistle this
I'll
up?
just-
while
Because
I-
I'm ready. I'm ready to weld the other
Yeah,
panel
I
on.
need this.
Yeah.
Can you do it here while I drink some
Like,
beers?
think about it, right? It's impossible.
Normally I order the shit that I can and have it at the garage first.
Well, what's the fit? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is what I need.
I make the rest, but that's a difficult piece to put together.
Oh,
Is that a factory?
Looks like.
yes. And then that will join with that. Wow. No, that'll probably roll over soon, right?
Well, is that a factory corner? Yes.
That is correct. Yeah.
So from here, we have a fold line, but the actual, like, at a certain point, this doubles over on itself. Is that right away?
Well,
Oh, here's some Krispies.
Oh, yeah. No.
Fairly
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
I would say, like, about an inch later. Right? So there's your fold. We'll go up here. This is not critical, but at a certain point, this has to become this. Right? So if that's that, then you can lay this down. Now, this and this, both, you know what I mean? Like, is that more like, it's just so,
It's just garbage.
it's just so rough, man. But the basic idea is something happens here.
You know, it's funny. All you really need is that edge flange to weld the fender to.
Sure.
The rest of it is,
Just support.
if it was the outside of the vehicle and something that we saw and went, oh yeah, we made that.
Sure.
But this doesn't matter.
You brought it to the right place and it doesn't matter. This does not have to look good. You're in the right place. What the hell is all this? Like,
I can't believe it's just not just a round piece. Right?
well, I think the reason they do this is, in fact, this probably requires less metal working to make it rough like this. And we can probably
Stamp that.
establish a lot of this pretty quickly.
Oh, sure. Like, yeah, like that's not going to be. I had the easy stuff done on the other one pretty quick. It was the 3 hours of trying to bend that flange over and the whole thing straightening out going, what am I doing wrong?
Why? But right now it's going to be somewhere along there. Then we're going to give ourselves 1.5 inches to come out and back and along that back. And we're not taking prisoners here.
No.
So now what you would try to do in paper would be to do all these folds and see where it binds and where you're going to have to shrink it and stretch it, because you might just put a few notches in, right? Like this one obviously goes this way.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
No, right? I agree.
I would have just immediately moved to metal.
So we're trying also to go like this, right?
Yeah.
So is that possible?
And pop in the middle.
Right? And here it wants to, right? Well, obviously it's going to want to, right? If we cut this here, because you're going to have to shrink it there. We won't cut it yet. We'll just fold it. There, it immediately jumps up nice. Boom. We're almost there.
Wow.
This one folds down.
Yeah, right? As soon as you shrink it there.
You're solving problems in a thick piece of paper.
Right?
There's our pattern.
Okay, so just wonder, is it worth, it's not even worth trying to do this in a break, really.
Why?
Hmm?
It's a start. What can you do?
Well,
Like this one?
yeah, you can do, but I can also just do this. Then it's not so hard if we decide that it's wrong.
It's crazy when you really break it down, right? Like it's.
I don't know if I've really taken the time to do that.
Well, I always get too excited and I go right to that.
Right?
Right, that's exactly what I do.
Get her done, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, who needs paper? It's not. We're not building this thing out of paper.
Sure.
But it teaches you so much because as soon as he did that, the thing just goes right into shape, right?
Teaches you right.
And you're like, okay, well, shrink it there and look what happens.
Boom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sure. What's the total offset kind of look like? Yeah, I mean, it's good enough to get us going. So next is, this is where shit gets
real.
difficult.
It does.
Because this isn't going to want to do this.
You're right.
It's not going to be happy. And now is where we got to do that. Right?
Oh, there you go. It's exactly like you said.
Just like the factory.
seems like it needs just more of everything, right? Like,
So we are now shrinking the
yeah,
panel.
well, what we're trying to do, you see when we're finished here, I fold this up, but because of the way I laid it out, this radius is bigger than this radius, but in fact, when you hold it this way and you want it to curve that way, this radius has to be smaller than this radius. So we have to shrink both of them till they're smaller than this one, so that this curls this way. Then we can fold this over, and then when we fold this gun back in, we have to stretch it out again so that the thing doesn't want to collapse on itself. So
Nice.
that's the thing, is you have to do it in sequence. That was when the light it went on. It's like, oh, what a pain in the ass. But that's the only way that it works. Okay, try it. But you see the whole thing changing direction as we do this. Going from being curved one way, go, curving the other way. So we're going 2, on the outside 1, on further in, because we have to shrink the outside twice as much. Otherwise it won't work. You can't just reach into the inside and shrink it. Okay? And how close are we?
Wow,
We
that's
need
pretty.
to go more. So we'll do, we just gotta do the whole thing. We'll start here.
Okay. 2 or 1?
2. Oops, there you go. Okay, and 1. Really pouring the fucking holes to it.
Yeah, right? Okay, that's good.
Don't need a ton more, but we should be really in here.
Right.
We got a bunch of garbage in here, but once we trap it all in there, we'll just like, right? Where are you gonna go? You got nowhere. You got nothing.
Nothing.
Just for like, you know, an hour.
Really?
Just on that one piece, and just kept going. It's like more yet, more, and it doesn't care. It'll do it, and then you just have to fucking grind off. You don't even see any of this. Nobody cares. I don't care how many chunks in it, or how many tooth marks. And this seems to take a while until you compare it to cutting little slots and everything and welding it up all day and then grinding. And then when you reach your hand inside, you poke yourself and all the little chunks of shitty big wire. This way, you feel inside and it just feels like a new panel from the You getting a workout there?
I don't notice anything.
No, not breathing heavy yet. A little red in the face.
I'm gonna say something incredibly stupid.
Beer break.
I love seeing it actually take shape just from doing that.
Now,
Very nice. I think it's kept
should
its shape,
start to
right?
see that it's starting to become parallel. Sort of. Is that the right? Yeah, that's the right. Oh shit, she's going the other way. Oh no, we're good.
It needs more bends. No, it needs more bends, right?
No, it curves that way, and it curves that way, that way. You see? So we're
Totally.
good. Now we seem to be. Was a rabbit?
Fuck you.
That is closer. There's our
Look at that.
finished van thing, whatever that is. Yeah,
Inner
came out just
headlight
fine.
slash rad support.
Go
Nicely done.
down there. Sits. Got it all.
Something
Sits
like
in there,
that. Yeah, that's right.
That radius has to line up there. Can you get the edge of it? So that sits in there.
Yep.
Then it has to line up that way, so that fits in there.
No, that's gonna be,
As it does.
that's
There
gonna
we
be
go.
super
Sits
fun to
there,
put in.
just
man.
nice. Yeah.
Let's see the other side of that, the inside.
Huh?
Right in here. Let's see this.
Okay.
As
So
it
that one
curls
gets
in
welded to
there,
that
follows that body pin.
Yeah, look at that.
Really nice.
No business, but I
Yeah.
brought Teresa, so I have a
Yeah, so
little
that
pleasure.
sits, as we decided, that's
Sound
square to the
creepy,
front of the
but
vehicle.
yeah.
So now, see how important it is to have that datum though?
It's
To
got it.
understand where
Right.
the front of the
Exactly
car is,
what's
because
how
otherwise
that's-
that's a weird fucking piece
Yep.
without
Oh,
the
that's
reference.
such a weird piece.
It just
Yeah.
sits together, so.
But that will, it'll need some tweaking. You know.
Came to the,
You'll need a little tweaky. But
Oh god, I'll get that.
sorry,
Yeah.
I overfolded this too, so when you get it in place, just fold it out and pinch it on there.
Vice grips and attack. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you
who's
very much.
next?
done.
Miles is up. What are we
What
doing?
we started
Plymouth,
with?
1966 Plymouth Fury rocker panel. Because,
That is our
Why not?
pattern.
yeah, right. It's a good way. You make a little template of what you're trying to do.
Sure.
And so we're just a follower in it. So, have you got a real number there? Or do you want to just do
Yes.
it like this? And 3/8 to the outside, okay? So,
You got a 3/16 Sharpie mark on there?
that's right. That's enough out of NASA over there. Okay, you want to just be able to see the mark outside the teeth. That's 4 3/8 to the outside of the steel. 4 and
each time. I got 3 customers, so we got all an inch by the time an inch, but I do it half.
what did we say? 3/8 to the outside.
No, no, but
Okay, I should measure enough tonight.
Okay.
Okay, up 45 and 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, okay.
on both sides,
I think that's not enough.
pick somewhere
Less is more.
Lay it out there.
quite close to the well point. I don't want it to come back.
Oh, look at that.
Quite a bit more. to go.
A little bit more, yeah.
Okay, another. Good. Mirrors.
Look at that.
Too much? Not enough?
Looks pretty
damn
good,
nice to
man.
me. Jesus, eh?
So you need that one more, which kicks in all the way, right?
Yeah, this could,
And that was this guy.
it says 3.5. Unless you want to measure this and,
Well, which do you trust more?
fuck, I don't know anymore. It's been too long since I did
Let's
this.
just go by the drawing then, because we don't know what that is. It's probably not 3.5. Of course, we have these extremely sharp corners to work with. Sorta, and then that is
Yeah.
a straight 90. Okay,
Okay.
good, 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 and this is a 90. Fucking
Am I splitting the mark above the mark?
I'm showing the whole mark,
Showing the whole mark.
because the mark, the bend takes place in front of the teeth, right? So if you want the mark to be in the center of the bend, then you put it just outside the teeth.
Time flies.
Okay, looks good.
I like it.
90.
90.
Good. I think that should be very close.
Away with that.
Yeah, I think that got to
You wanna
go a
go
little
more?
more.
We can do it.
If we think you
Yeah,
can.
we can.
let's
It's
go.
more than 90.
Let's give you
That's
that.
what I did the first time.
I agree. I like that. Okay.
Okay, just go until it bottoms out here.
Sure.
Okay.
It's more than 90. You're not going to be able to sleep tonight. You're going to want to weld that baby in.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, look at that.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I can easily work with it.
We can,
Maybe get a little. I don't think we can anymore, right?
well, if we go this way,
now we're just getting picky.
Oh, why not? Sitting here, takes 2 seconds, ready?
We're just asking for
Where's
one
for
more.
90, right?
Yeah, very nice.
Right? That saves me so much work.
Now you gotta load that up. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
a little oversized.
Alright, final test, and it slides.
Look at
immediately into
that.
place.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good with that.
perfect.
Good. So
Very nice.
now you can.
Both sides?
Easy.
Yeah, right.
Go out. No, now we gotta do it.
Well,
Now we gotta do it.
Inquiring minds. Oh, get her there.
Yeah. get
Oh,
it.
come on.
Oh,
That's a win.
Just
the old tools are still square,
That's a win.
right?
There's a couple flaws in it.
Does this go on like the wall?
save it. Just write what kind of card it is. And
Yeah.
Save it for next
You
time.
don't get this
The
perfect anywhere
templates in
but
the
spot.
shop.
Yeah, because that gives you. Frankers. Do you want to play light hits? Let's go see what's going on. We got the regular light hits crew on hand here. You guys have done some light hits in your day.
Couple. You could say that, right?
We got one more from the local the neighborhood.
The friendly neighbors.
My neighbor Mel swung his Bobcat into his wife's Volvo. So
chunky there.
she's not super happy. Yeah. So the bumper cover is no biggie. So
Yeah, that's
the
a little
real-
janky,
The
hey?
real damage is this.
Yeah.
That means that this is all in. So Mel's already had this off and kind of popped it out so it wouldn't look quite so bad.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
what we're trying to hope, here's the actual goal, is to beat this back into shape,
Yeah.
but not crack the paint here. Oh, it's a little dimpled there. We may have to leave that, but we'll see.
So we're doing a
We're
little
not painting
Pete.
it. This is like a heavy collision PDR. This is the whole corner of the car is like really punched in.
The
so-
good news is it'll snap apart like Lego. That bumper will be off in 7 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, and we need to change this onto the new bumper too. You see all this stuff
Oh, okay.
here? No.
Is
So
it-
the new
is it
bumper
okay?
Already painted. It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like it's okay. Hey, Menace.
It'll be
You
fine.
helping? Yes. Oh, and look at
Oh, so pretty.
Happy Valentine's Day from
Oh, of
Frankers.
course,
Did you see?
of course.
Close up of Frankers' thing.
Let's see, Frankers.
Okay.
Good girl. Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Frankers got back from her haircut and that's what she was wearing. And I said, well, if you want to wear it, I guess you can.
Nothing's better than that.
But let's not confuse that with me going out and actually buying a pink ribbon for Frankers because it's Valentine's Day.
Even though you would.
Even though I wouldn't. Hey, you are very nice, but I'm not buying you. I don't even buy myself clothes, Frankers. I just wear what I find. Okay,
So what's the timeline on this?
timeline is like, how good can we make this in 4 hours for no money?
Done.
Done. Let's
That
do
should
it.
be easy.
Right? 4 hours, budget is zero. Bumper's already painted. It's hanging up next
Just
door.
got to put it on.
We got a hammer. We got a new light. We'll change the light, change the bumper, and just
Okay, I'll be on light duty.
okay. Light duty, light hits.
Light hits.
Did we? Oh yeah, light hits are already taken care of.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, more the question of how are we going to get the actual damage out of it, because this is not the actual damage. The actual damage is somewhere back here.
Well,
So let's rip it apart.
yeah, that's all we can do.
Hey, Menace.
I'd rather not be soaking wet, but hey, that's how it is.
yeah.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Well,
Got a little
that-
moisture leak there.
we got another one, so we don't even think about that. What is this? 8 millimeter? 8 millimeter. Oh, you know what? That's we don't even need to. We need a Torx, maybe 20.
Yeah, I'd say it's 20. It looks a little.
All right. Let's see who's got the eye.
Where are we?
There. No, these stay. That's a clip. Whatever. 25's missing.
Guess what we can't
You know where the 25 is?
In the Volvo.
In the other Volvo. with the other quarter inch.
Oh, the other Volvo related tools.
Yeah, everything for working on Volvos is in the blue Volvo sitting outside at Al's, so. Okay, this is not exactly thrilling stuff. Let's get to the smashy uppy parts. Okay, I'm gonna clean up some of this mud and start taking the bumper off. Let's have a looky. We're gonna use the taillight as a gauge for when we've got the car pulled more or less far enough.
Oh, thanks, Francis. Okay, excuse me.
I hope it gets better than that. There.
It's not that bad.
Well, the trouble is that it's forward. It's not just in. It's this way.
Right.
We got to take this off because it looks like there's damage underneath here as well. So let's start by, okay, put that as good as you can. There. So it's not much, but it's almost a quarter inch down here, and it's in by a good half an inch. So we got to go out a half and back a quarter, and some of it will come at the same time, but that's really in there. So, but whatever. Let's get at. The trouble is we don't have good access. Otherwise, this is just chicken shit. But there's a double panel, triple panel. There's a lot of stuff in there, so we don't have great access.
But we have determined this is coming off.
It's coming off. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. Okay, wiped it off so we have a better look what we're dealing with. So that's not great. So damage coming right through there. We could do whatever we want under here. If we smash it up, doesn't matter. We don't see it. But we really would like to get that guy out. And this is not a new car. This thing's like a dozen years old. So, you know, we're not going to be making a $5,000 insurance claim on a $2,500 car. I don't know what these are worth. It's probably worth more than $2,500 bucks. But anyway, when you smash into your own car, you don't really want to phone the insurance company and say, yeah, you know, I don't know what you'd say. We pulled the trim off of this side just so we have a reference. We can see the shape from in section here from the back of the car, and then we look at this side, and it's quite clearly, you know, it's in, like we said, about a half an inch. So that's what we're going to get at, and trying to concentrate right there. Here, well, that is secondary damage.
Look how much it moves, though, even you just giving it a
Oh yeah, no, it wants to come back. Look, I can almost push it back by hand. So I think if we get in there a few good hits, start with a 2x4 and work our way up to, you know, tying it to a train. Somewhere in between is the answer. Maybe we'll tie it to the Menace.
Good
idea.
idea. Frankers, now go.
What are you doing?
That moved. Do we need more of the same?
There's not much.
Yeah, it's not taking much. Yeah, it's moving. Like even that's come back.
Yeah, good. Now we can start taking this guy out. This is easy enough. You can almost just get in here. Okay, so now that's not holding us up anyway. Go back to plan A, which is pretty bomb proof, really. Moving.
Well, it's definitely moving.
I'm trying to hit it here.
You know, really how much? We'd have to put the tail light on, right?
Yeah,
But I don't think we're there yet.
no, it's going away. Isn't
It is, huh?
It's almost gone, as a matter of fact. Now another thing we can do to stress relieve it. See that little guy there?
Sure.
So, all this stuff helps it want to, because I'm seeing this as a vertical line now, and this is a lot better.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, we're done, right?
Totally.
It's actually,
It's almost too much.
can't
No, it's
go-
not. No, it's not. It's
just right.
perfect. It's perfect.
I think we can, we'll straighten this up a little bit. That was a little sloppy. I'll beat this out. Give that, we don't need to give it much more. We don't want to overdo it. But that is, that's just residual stress now. Like, I might try getting something soft and just kind of doing this on the outside, like a roller, almost like a roller, or almost like your fingers.
You know, I don't think that's going to be something anyone's going to notice unless,
Well,
I mean, you can see it by, you know, but if this all fits really nice and the bumper fits really
but
nice.
it could go a little more, you can see. Like if we tighten the screws, we're good. But if just left to its own devices, it's a
Right.
tiny bit. So I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm trying to go back. So what would help us come back? Like, or is here the problem, and in fact the tail light just needs to go ahead of it because it's bent here, see? More residual. Because when that went in, this wants to torque out. So now, I mean, that was just a 1/16 of an inch. That's all we really needed.
Still very acceptable.
We'll give it a couple, if it doesn't get better in the next 10 minutes, it's going together, because it's pretty good. You know, there's nothing,
Well, and that's not an OE part either,
no,
so
that's right. No, we're not gonna
how careful are
ruin
we?
our lives over this little tiny thing on a 10-year-old car.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna take apart this lower piece of this bumper
Oh
then,
yeah, if you can get that off.
right?
You know what I want to hear.
And that's all easy, that's just clips. Here, let me shine it up.
Yeah, we even got most of the kink out of the side quite
looks
easily.
great, man.
So I'm gonna leave that little low spot because it's just not worth fighting about on a 12-year-old car that you're doing for nothing. Everything fits beautifully, so we're just reassembling. Ash and I are gonna go next door,
The bumper together and put her on.
put this together,
pretty easy.
and it's all Lego, hey? Just
Really
snappy,
kinda
snappy. Wow. Okay, and
It'll take 6
we're
minutes if
we're
we
beating the
detail it.
book by a good couple hours already on this. This job was so exciting we forgot to film when we were finished it. Color match is great at night. And there we go.
Yeah, that's fine, right?
No, it fits beautifully and it looks more or less like nothing happened. And the big kink is gone out of the quarter panel. And yeah, what did that take? Hour and a half, right? Start to finish, maybe 2, not including painting the bumper. Yeah, color is not great, but they never are, and there was never any intent that it was going to be a show quality restoration. So nice. I'm just happy the taillight fits because that was way out to lunch before.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
and
good.
it does. It's not going to leak or give any trouble. So call that out the door. Lite Hits. Join us again for more Lite Hits. Welcome to Classic Book and Literature Review with Agent 303 and Agent 4261. These guys are professional book review type. All right, let's do it. I've never seen this before.
Ward's Quarterly by 1965 Winter.
So it looks like
Oh my god, that is
a
amazing.
hardbound periodical, the new prestige magazine of the automotive industry, designed for management. Management hardbound periodical.
Wowzers, man, that's awesome.
Tonight's literature review brought to us by Mr.
67?
R. Lee Parks. So thanks, man, for the for sending this along. We'll fill in the details as we can here. Are we gonna be able to get to see any of this, or are you just filming the?
This book is cool.
Steven's just gonna film the ashtray.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
Might as well.
Might as well. Fucking classic book review goes sour, goes off the rails. Okay.
Was it ever on the rails
Well,
to begin
that's
with?
It's really nice. It's
a rare book, man. This is an
American.
American 65 Monaco. The dash had round vents.
got
The
the
Canadian
humps.
one had the Plymouth.
Yeah, that's an American dash.
This one's an American car.
Well, we got a lot of sea body love in
But
the
that's
room
a
tonight.
beautiful
Oh, yeah,
dash,
right?
right? Wow.
Miles,
Right?
did you ever own one of those?
Yes, I would, and that is my favorite dash. I would search out the American version
Yeah.
Yeah.
over the Canadian box.
Crisp car. What a nice crisp one.
There's too much dark over here.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
God, Dean, where's your drink? We're supposed to be having a beer in this scene.
Yeah, I should probably.
On 3.
Camera 1, camera 2. I know. Get yourself together.
Yeah, right? Give yourself a little,
sounds
whatever you
very-
gotta do,
Sounds very
Narge.
parent-like.
Give yourself a little
Alright.
pep talk.
Now this.
Become the Dean.
Okay.
You are
Hey, what do you
Dean.
think? What would
We
Dean
have
think about
a
this?
steel plant.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my car.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
my
65
car.
with the 1-year covered headlights.
With the lined, the white lines.
Yeah, those are cool.
Oh, we gotta pull this
Right?
back, like right there.
Chrysler really did a great job. on
Chrysler
this.
really bought a lot of ad space in this.
I love this ad.
Do you think that they? It looks like it's half finished.
Yeah.
What's the name of the team that did these?
Why? They didn't finish
That was
it?
the Pontiac
No style to it.
account. That was Art Fitzpatrick and Van Coffin.
Fitzpatrick
Yeah,
and
Van
Van,
Coffin, yeah.
right? Which one of them did the backgrounds?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
that
was sick.
Yeah, that was Coffin.
Kaufman, right?
Oh, the ad
There's a
looks on-
tiny number of people that know that. That's why you're in charge of this show. But that's what it would look like if one of them was like, you know, I'm pretty hung. Can you guys just do something like the Volkswagen
Yeah.
there for today?
Yes,
And
I'm pretty.
I'll be back tomorrow. I'll draw a nice wedding or some fucking thing.
Yeah.
You guys will love it. It'll be great. But today, I'm feeling polar bear in a snowstorm. That's what you get today.
Stays home and sleeps.
I'm just, you know what it is? You're getting polar bear in a snowstorm with a car parked in front of it. Oh, look at there. Tire time. Welcome to tire time. More people ride on Goodyears.
What's that?
You're on
That's
tire
like
talk.
that.
Lettered.
Power cushion. That's an icon. Yeah.
never
Those
white
things are
lettered.
littering the CWM parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Nice,
a 57 DeSoto wagon there.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Looks actually really great.
56
Yeah, it's
Dodge
pretty
there.
fun. You just
64
look at how
Chevy.
somber it is here, eh? It's just like a hey, hey, like these guys. They weren't like, hey,
that's my
it's dressed
classic
like
tire.
Jamaica Day. Like these guys are like, what?
So,
Oh, you hate that kind of
oh,
thing.
I love
Hey,
it's my
big.
favorite. Big tires.
Big tires.
High speed. Little bit of turning.
Noble Bank.
All Dodges, a couple of
Look,
Fords.
oh
right
yeah,
there.
right, yeah.
Is that a Coronet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
65.
65 corner. Oh, convertible.
Convertible.
That's
yeah.
brave.
That's why I say
Yeah,
it's hard to
Yeah,
get bent.
yeah, yeah.
It's like no
That's a
structure
bold
in that
play.
thing.
Hey,
We
We'll
boxed
see how-
the
see how it
corners.
pans
hey, we need a
out
car
there.
to get some air. Take the convertible.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Jim's car looks like it survived pretty well. His
Yeah,
Galaxy.
but that's not a car. That's just a girder bridge with a fucking body on it.
That's a favorite of mine.
Oh, you
right
like that?
there.
Look at that
Nice
guy.
little swept line. At least has a little style down the quarter.
Yeah. Still
Intake,
looks like
front
a
end's
bus
awesome.
that got lost. Or a train that has perhaps come off the tracks.
That truck does, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you're
Looks
getting
like
from the
like
commercial
an old
engineers.
subway car that's come off the tracks. Sprouted wheels and
Yeah.
it's coming at you.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. You can see just the last of the Virgil Exner eyebrows
Yes.
still there, just like Verge just haunting them from the grave.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, nice. Lots of coupes.
Lovely.
Not see, you know what else I'm seeing here? It's all right. It's all coupes. It's nice, right? This is not the grocery. Why? There's no grocery get. Oh fuck! I lied. Look at that.
There we go.
Just as I say, there's no grocery getters.
Literally
I
the
put my
grocery-
finger down on. Look, she's got fucking groceries in her hand. Just as I said that.
You lied hardcore there.
Oh my god. All right, take two. Okay. Gather it up, gentlemen. We'll just edit that part out too. Okay, so there's
there's
at least a 50-50 distribution of
actually a
grocery
cool ad,
getters,
though.
as I was saying. There's Buddy.
That's
That's what's her name?
Art Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick
And
again.
Van Coppen. This
Right,
is
black
actually
and
a red
white, eh?
car. He has a red car with a black top. And I clipped that out. And,
So this is a copy
National
done
Geographic.
in black and white, or what?
black and white copy of the end.
Okay,
That's gorgeous.
In
Nice.
1965. Cool.
they didn't really
Really?
give a shit if it looked like it had been run over by a tank. It's just like
Here, let's really
really
get
like.
that. Like,
I mean, it looks like you could park 2 smaller cars on the hood,
Yeah, it's awesome.
right?
Yeah, they ride higher than that.
Oh, wait, yeah. That's what they look like when they had 370,000 miles going down a gravel road for like 75 miles an hour.
they're headed to Dean's place to try to sell it to
I
him.
love it. Yes.
What was that?
Right? Those things, they'd just be shaking and you just see in the fucking.
All that beat up stuff is great.
Roundy round parking thing.
Yeah.
Those are fun. Did you ever bark your car off one of those, buddies? Hey,
Man, no. I think.
hey, the parking when you're going down.
Yeah, I remember I hit a parkade with my Thunderbird one time. I bent the whole fucking front bumper and the hood was crumpled. The fiberglass was cracked.
You've done this before.
Yeah, it was the second time around. Yeah, I know. Dumb.
Expensive mechanic.
You're an insane person. Let's carry on.
And we're back.
Welcome to the only place where Dean's not insane.
Ooh,
Oh,
what's
I
this?
like this.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
Timken Bearings, the manufacturer
Nice.
of the bearings,
Oh,
is tooting their horn about the new Dodge axles that you don't have to use the puller to get them off.
Oh,
That's a big
The
step
new
forward.
flat. Look at that sweet van.
Yeah.
Might we add?
Oh,
that
yeah.
is cool, man. Wow.
Big time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, did they get the Pontiac guy over there
They
too?
were-
Little
No,
different
no,
style,
no,
not quite so
But
lipstick
it
in the
wasn't-
style.
Sure.
Boy, not afraid to stretch that puppy out though.
Yeah.
Lower it a good 6 inches. Eh?
Yeah, did they slam it?
The last vestiges of the 62. Look at that back wheel well.
right.
That's
63
62
Dodge.
Sport Fury, so they're still using that 62
Really?
Fury wheel tub and kind of stretching the squared up body kind of over top of it. Oops.
What is
But-
that,
Yeah.
a Belvedere?
But that, see, look at that, the way that weird C post is. It's 62 Fury,
Wow.
62 full size, right? And they just moved it down when these came back, right? They were just like, oh yeah, we still make those, whatever. We tried everything. In the end, we just made it fucking way bigger again. Of course, the B body, they milked it for another 20 years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's cool.
1979, still making derivatives
Yeah.
of it.
Yes. Correct.
Really?
From 62 to 79.
Yeah, it was
What year's that old
That's a
Dodge?
pretty good run.
What year's that rare old Dodge you have out back?
It's 19, who fucking cares?
78 Dodge or something? Isn't it? It's kind of cool.
I don't know, it's 7 or 8, yeah. Is it?
Oh, Lynn Townsend.
Lynn Townsend.
Yeah, Lynn Townsend.
Today on
Profile.
Name Your Automobile Company Presidents from 60 years ago. Details wins again. 1955, magic time, and then just like, oh, the headlights all fell out.
That's 60
What happened?
run.
Oh, and then they're like, let's make them small and freakish.
What happened here?
Huh? This is
I can't
Chrysler
believe
Plymouth sale.
57, 58 failed.
No, they sold very, 7s
Oh,
did
that's
well. 8s was 8. Everybody did bad in 8 because it was a big recession.
Recession.
And then, surprisingly, 60 rebounded from 50. Yeah,
Was it Eisenhower, right?
Yeah, until 60.
yeah. And then, but you can see as they flattened out the cars and turned
No,
off
it's
the
not.
crazy.
no.
This is 60.
Yeah. Oh no, those are Hallebrand.
Oh, Hallebrand's,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are Hallebrand. Yeah,
Hold on.
Burger, that's cool. Styling.
that looks like. Oh, this what year did the Charger come out? 66. So this is a prototype. Yeah, look at the huge
Yeah.
quarters on
Yeah,
it.
that's very AMC. That's not how it finished.
Adopted in 60.
The Gia ones. This is the stuff I think we
Oh,
should.
there's your show cars
Oh,
right there.
Let's make that guy.
Yeah, let's make
that
that. Ooh.
guy out of that one of the 50 Dodges out there.
Make a 50 Dodge.
Yeah,
The DeSoto Adventurer.
Yeah, make
something
that.
like that. Yeah, that's
Adventure.
pretty nice.
That's different.
What is it?
Look at how
Adventure
attractive.
one.
That's
Make a
really
nice
nice.
two-door car, yeah.
Look at the
Little
roof line
sporty,
on that.
front end looks a
Yeah.
I
little
love the roof line, yeah.
That would be,
You do a dream car special one day?
yeah, it'd be fun, right?
Oh, here, this was a Virgil
Do like a
X-Ner.
Gia body type deal
This
with like
guy?
a nice heavy
Oh, yeah.
engine.
I like that.
Well, I wonder if that still exists.
Cool.
Or just do a
I think
6-cylinder.
It
I
could,
think they
on a
could-
50
they
Dodge.
actually
That's
did.
right, we could make it on a 50 Dodge chassis.
As with this, on a 50 Dodge.
Any one of these, that's what they
Yeah.
use, right?
Yeah.
They ship the chassis over to England or
Yeah.
over to Italy.
Yeah, just
And
whistle
they
the body
said,
onto
whistle
it.
something up for the show car
Yeah.
season. And then they sent them back that and they went,
Yeah, church it up a
okay,
bit.
put it on the trailer, send it around. One of them went down on the Andrea Doria.
That's
Yeah,
right.
56
Oh, yeah.
The Norseman.
Yeah. It's still down in the ocean.
Of course, I should have just asked.
Yeah, it was the Northman. Yeah.
Of course, it was the fucking Norseman. Wake up! Where do you think you are?
Yeah.
Do you think this is the lineup at Kmart?
Yeah, get your shit
If you don't-
together.
Look at this, okay? I'm calling bullshit
What's going
on this.
Why?
Huh?
That's not art.
It's not art. Looks like something fell out of a dog's ass.
That ain't art, man. Yeah, I don't like that. This
See,
is okay.
this too. Huh?
Are we on the art-
Rubbish.
We're on the art scene.
This is
now?
rubbish. Huh?
I don't care for any of that.
Infantile
No,
doodling.
I don't care for that stuff.
Huh?
No.
No, it's nonsense. It's bullshit. Man, if I tried to give that back to a customer, I'm not getting fucking paid. Right? Like,
here's your
what in the
nuts,
fuck? They'd be like, it's more scratched up than when I dropped it off. And the paint, like how far back have I got to be like, stand back. And it'll just look at it from
She's a 50-footer.
from inside.
It's horrible stuff.
Hey,
I don't
yeah,
like any of
like
this.
make a tarp out of it, I guess, and keep your Edsel dry.
Okay, let's go. Hurry.
Look at that.
Okay.
This is
Oh,
cool.
this is a
Presto
Dacia
Light.
Corvette
Look at
that.
that.
It's a
These are just die casting subcontractor.
Ah,
Just
it's
say,
an
oh,
old
Chevrolet made it, but it was
Hey, you
actually
get the Presto Light?
subcontract in Toledo, Ohio. That's all gone. Oh, look at. Oh, I thought it was a classic tire ashtray for a second. Right? I was like, that reminds me of classic tires. Without
Ooh,
actual
clamps.
clamps, right?
My classic clamps.
Classic clamps.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that guy.
Square clamp.
Yeah.
Square clamps.
The
Cool.
unicorn of clamps.
Yeah.
Look at the oval clamp.
Hey, yeah. I want to see triangle clamp.
Look at this guy here.
Yeah, it's right around
Heater
the corner.
hose clamp.
It's a regular contributor.
old shit.